Well, those are our leading news stories. Now let's check in with Randy for the weather.
Thanks, Tiffany. Let's first take a look over here in the Pacific Northwest coast in the land of the Kwakiutl. As you can see in states like present-day Washington here in the coastal range, the Kwakiutl should be expecting some rain. And some more rain. And folks, it looks like the rain is just not going to let up in this mild climate of the Kwakiutl. Let's check in with our reporter Cindy, who is live on the scene so she can get a feel for the climate of the Kwakiutl people. Cindy. Yes, I can hear you. As you can see, it's very rainy out here in the Pacific Northwest coast in the land of the Kwakiutl. At least there's a mild climate, but the rain just doesn't look like it's going to let up. Back to you in the set, Randy. Thanks, Cindy. Let's take a quick look at the 7-day forecast for the Kwakiutl people. Oh my gosh, as you can see, the rain just isn't going to let up here. It's Thursday, the Kwakiutl should be expecting some rain. Friday, some more rain on through the week. And as we get to Wednesday, the Kwakiutl might just see a slight chance of rain. So I think we should get out of all of this rain and into some sun here in the land of the Pueblo. Sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Let's get out of that rain and into some sun in the hot desert climate of the Pueblo. As you can see here in states like present-day Arizona and Arizona's neighbor New Mexico, the Pueblo can be expecting some hot temperatures in this desert climate bordered by cliffs and mountains. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast for the Pueblo. As you can see, oh my gosh, temperatures will be hot, hot, hot in these desert areas, going over the 100-degree mark. As we get in later into the week, we get into the mid to lower 90s with a little bit of relief here on Monday. Temperatures reaching 84. Woo, it's hot out there. I don't know how the Pueblo tribe survives in that desert climate in the Southwest. They must have a really positive attitude and welcome the challenge. Now let's take a look at the forecast for the Great Plains region. Who was that? And what is this? It looks like a bunch of dry grass. Now let's take a look at the forecast for the Great Plains region. Over here in North and South Dakota. Who is that? And what's this? It looks like a bunch of dry grass. In fact, it looks like the geography of the land of the Lakota here in North and South Dakota in the Great Plains, the interior of the U.S. As you can see, there is lots of flat, dry grass where the Lakota are and they're living there in those flat, dry grasslands where they are hunting buffalo, which they will use for food, clothing, and shelter. And folks, just going over there into the Great Plains, you might want to watch out for those tapas. Now, let's go over here to northeast North America, the eastern woodlands, in the land of the Iroquois. As you can see, it is so heavily forested here with all these trees. The trees are actually blocking the signal to the Doppler radar, so we cannot get a read on the weather with all those trees in the way in a heavily forested area. So let's call into the Iroquois to see what the weather is like. Do you remember the number to the Iroquois? No? Oh, I think I do. The Iroquois tribe? Yes, this is Randy Ram over in Strasburg, Virginia, and we are trying to figure out what the weather is like over there in the eastern woodlands, but it is so heavily forested, the trees are blocking our signal to the Doppler radar. Would you be able to tell me what the weather's like over there? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You don't say. Well, oh, goodness. No, don't worry, I won't. You are too funny. Coffee next Friday? Sounds good. Thank you. No fears, the Iroquois have assured me the weather is just fine over there in the eastern woodlands. And finally, let's go to Alaska and northern Canada to check out the climate of the Inuit who live in these Arctic temperatures below freezing. Feels like cold air just swept through this. Yeah. Instead, put on my jacket here. It's better. Cold Arctic temperatures here in Alaska and northern Canada. Our reporter Cindy is live at the scene so she could get a feel for the land of the Inuit people. I'll check in with her. Cindy, can you hear me? What's that? You're trying to escape from a polar bear? Oh my! Let's go live to the scene to get the story. Yes, I can hear you, Randy. As you can see, I'm here in the land of the Inuit in this Arctic climate. Now, temperatures here are below freezing. As you can see around me, there is a blizzard currently. Snow is falling from the sky, pelting me in the eyeballs. It is very, very harsh conditions in this cold. I think I need to go. Oh my, is that a polar bear? Oh my gosh, I think a polar bear is after me. I must go find an igloo. Back to you in the set, Randy. Thanks, Cindy. Oh, goodness. Well, I hope she'll be okay. Although, it did look like good conditions for ice fishing out there. Well, that's all for the weather today, folks. I guess the big idea is stay warm or cool or dry, depending on your location. This has been Randy Ram with the weather, and we will see you tomorrow.